Good morning and welcome to the IPF World Open Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. We're here in Vilnius, Lithuania. My name is Joe Whiteley and it's my pleasure to be here with Gary Williams all week this week. We are through to the classic portion of the competition. In fact, this is the last of the juniors that are lifting in this session, the junior women, and then we move on to the open competition later today. So we're going to run this as one group. We have the 63s and above all running in this class. They're all junior lifters. Gary, we're seeing a phenomenal standard of lifting from the juniors this year.
Yeah, look, you can see the future of powerlifting. And honestly, if you're an open lifter right now and you've been watching the juniors, you've got to be thinking,
watching your back.
What is coming my way? Because we have seen records drop left, right and centre. We saw an open record
that was phenomenal
yesterday as well. Absolutely outstanding lifting. So yeah, and as you said, the standard of lifting is just going forward at 1,000,000 miles an hour at the moment. So
especially in the women's classes and the women's junior classes, and of course that's great for the sport. So just time to say a thank you to our sponsors, Eleiko, who make the best platform equipment in the world. We have that phenomenal new bench on the platform today. And also SBD, who are manufacturers of strength apparel relied upon by strength athletes all over the world. We're ready to get going now, and we are going to be led out by Olesia Lukina of ROC. And she's asked for 75 kilos to be added to the bar for her opening attempt.
Yeah, that's a fairly reasonable opening lift. She's got a best lift of 82.5, so I can't imagine this being too much of a problem for her. But she does have to stay focused and not get too relaxed thinking it's an easy opener.
And she did 85 in the 2019 European Classic, but of course everyone's had a big gap and it's hard to understand sometimes where people are going to be because they may not have had access to training equipment over lockdown. And that's nice and easy.
Yeah, that's how you want to open. Quality lift on the board. Then you can start thinking about the different positions.
And we have Michelle de Jong coming out next. She is in her last year as a junior. She's going to move up to the Opens next year. And she's setting off with 90 kilos.
Yeah, so gathering a bit of experience there, a little bit of platform experience. This will serve her well going into the Opens.
We have 5 weight classes all lifting in this group, which is a bit confusing to keep track of. So if you go to goodlift.info and click on the live tab, you'll be able to see the live score sheet and follow along. Powerlifting's a numbers game. It really helps if you have those numbers.
Well, it's probably a bit slower than you'd want. It was pretty, I think that was equal to her personal best. So.
Yeah, it wasn't super easy off the chest, but it went all the way. We have Regina Maya from Kazakhstan next in the supers. She is opening with 90 kilos. And this really shows the standard because we haven't even got into the 63s and 69s yet and we are already up to 90 kilos.
There are some big numbers on the board. I have a feeling we might see some records tumble again today. Another good lift.
Yeah, that was a nice lift there. She was the world champion in 2018 in Finland. And she is looking strong to take that title today. Egleta Rikiviciuti from Lithuania. She's a 63 and she's opening with 95 kilos. This is huge.
Yeah, it's a big opening lift, isn't it, for a 63-kilo lifter?
She was third in the sub-juniors last time this competition was in Lithuania, but she hasn't competed at the world level since then. Strong.
Yeah, very strong. It wasn't super fast, but it never really looked in any doubt.
Kept her chest up nice and high.
Yeah, good positioning there.
Iroda Abdirova, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan's had a huge team this year.
Massive this year, getting bigger and bigger. They had a huge team in 2019 in Tokyo, the last time this event was run, and cleaned up a lot of medals in Tokyo as well.
This is 95. The Rhoda is in the 84 kilo class, so we're way above bodyweight bench already for junior female lifters.
This is just huge, isn't it? Probably a little slow off the chest, but strong all the way through.
Alexandria Gudniadottir from Iceland. 63 kilos.
That's a massive opening lift at 97.5, isn't it?
She has the Icelandic national record, I think. I know she made an attempt at it 100.5 early this year. Didn't quite manage it on that day. But if she's opening at 97, you have to think it'll go today.
She's going to get awfully close to it.
She's going to have to watch her feet on the upright of the bench.
Yeah, she's very close. She just got out of position there. I'm not quite sure. She just didn't seem to have a handle on her position.
Well, you know what? It's a first World Championships. It's such a scary thing to come out onto that platform.
Yeah, she just didn't. She slid a bit as she took the bar.
Rumina Vainaskite from Lithuania next. She's in the 69s. This is her first lifter out in the 69s, and she's opening with 100 kilos.
And you look at the 69s and the nominated lifts, there is not much between all of them.
Training must have been going super well. She did 95. She won a class at the World Unis in July, and she benched 95 at that competition. This is 100 kilos. Ooh, maybe that was a bit ambitious today.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Hopefully we'll see the replay, because I think she just really mistimed it. Didn't set up the way she really needed to.
So the blue card would have been for downward movement of the bar, because on that side the bar did wiggle about quite a lot, and I think one card was for butt
and
lift.
her elbows were out of position before she even pressed. So I think she'll come out, fix those few little technical things, and a second will be okay.
Martina Mir from Norway, also in the 69s. She's coming out for 102.5. Already on the bench. Our platform crew is so quick.
Very odd on her setup and quite
Yeah, she
crooked
was
there.
very almost twisted, but the bar moved very well. And we have Daria Iskiv from Ukraine for 105. This is going to be a tight battle in this class,
the
I think.
69s are very tightly contested, and there's not really a clear, outstanding favourite here. It really is anyone's game. You know, when you get a class like this, where everyone is so close together, you know, there's that extra importance on getting that open and lift in. You know, there are no second chances when everyone's so close together.
I think she has the Ukraine record. Look at that PB of 110. It's huge. You can see her butt was very nervous on the bench there. It was she's going to have to work hard to keep that down.
She's had to work hard to get that up there. I don't know if she's going to get this. She does, but boy, that was tough.
Yeah, you can see her face as she's walking off the platform. She did not expect that to look that way. She did very...
Yeah, she lost footing there too. Her foot slid, which is okay. It's allowed to slide. It's done a lift off. But as soon as your feet start sliding like that, you lose all the power.
You can't get any drive, yeah. Valeria Kachina, Kazakhstan.
So 105. So we're in the 76s now. Again, this is quite close as well. And that's that's a good way to open in a tight field.
I thought I recognised her. She was at Halmstad only a few weeks ago. And we have Agnes Rudin from Sweden coming out next. She was also at Halmstad. Won her class in she's the junior 69 kilo classic world champion.
She's been competing for 6 years. We've seen her a few times before. Looking at 110 kilograms.
She's the 3-lift bench world record holder, 115.5.
And that's why we've seen her before.
Yeah, absolutely. She's not getting the start command. I'm not sure why.
She's got the re-rack there. Not a lot of time left.
I didn't catch from the referee quite what that was for. Her butt wasn't down, apparently. Her butt's down now.
And she gets the start command. Oh, it's just a little bit too much on the nerves.
We know she's capable of a lot more than this.
Yeah, look, I mean, that sort of thing can happen. When you get a re-rack command, suddenly you're feeling very rushed and overwhelmed. And it's quite difficult to get control of that. And but that is something that comes with years and years of experience as well.
So just to explain, the IPF keep separate records for the 3-lift bench, so the bench done in a 3-lift competition, and the bench only records. So Agnes had the 3-lift bench record at 115.5, but the standard in the bench only is 120. We were hoping to see a run at that today. We've got Diana Zameldinova on the platform right now of ROC, only just into the juniors this year.
So getting another re-rack as well here.
And we've spoken about this. This is the first time we've held this competition since Japan 2019. And if you haven't trained on the right height bench,
it is going to cause problems.
It really is. And we're seeing some problems here this morning.
You know, and the other issue with that is too, it's not just about putting your butt onto the bench. If you haven't been training on the right height equipment, then suddenly you come out, you're re-racked, you've got to put your butt down. Suddenly you're in a different position that you've been training for in the last 6 months.
Diana Shatko next. She's coming out for 110. This is in the 76 kilo class.
Yeah, so we're getting awfully close to that standard now of 120.
Haven't seen her at World Bench before, but this is an enormous opener. It's very flared, but it works very well for her.
And 3 white lights. She's pretty happy with that.
It must be very nervous watching all the lifters before you fail their opener.
Yeah, it can make it even a little bit more challenging when you've seen so many lifters that you've seen lift and you've competed with in the past as well that are being very successful, and suddenly they're failing their openers.
Matilda Óskarsdóttir from Iceland. And we're going to have a close battle here because we have the Icelander and the Finnish lifter coming out for the same opening weights of 112.5. In this case, where 2 lifters have called for the same weights, the lower lot number goes first. Lot numbers are assigned randomly at weigh-in. But if both lifters lift the same weight, the lighter body weight takes the win. Oh, no.
Oh,
I think she got quite an early rack command there.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the replay. I think she actually dipped the bar. Can't really see from that angle, not entirely sure there. Of course, we don't have the view.
We have Emmet Toronen from Finland coming out next. They've asked for 112.5 to go on the bar for an opener. And they've asked the centre referee as well to be loud, so maybe there's some kind of hearing impairment as well. Or maybe they just want to be sure of hearing it.
Last year in the juniors, 9 years competing.
Very confident there. There was a lot of leg drive, but did they manage to keep their butt down? 1 red light.
We get 2 to 1.
Well, I think they did, so I'm not sure what the infraction was for. We don't always get the best view.
Yeah, look, there could have been a little bit of a lift on the other side.
Yellow card can be for, I think there's 5 or 7 different failures on a yellow card on bench. Elsa Marin Karlsson next from Sweden. She's opening with 1:15. Now, we noted this earlier. This is only 5 kilos off the world record.
It is right there, isn't it?
So we'll see how this moves.
"21 years of age."
Not getting the start command from the side. Oh, there it goes. Oh, strong. Well.
And confident as well there too. And we'll look at the replay. She gets a bit slow on one side there. I think that was just a little bit of technique.
Yeah, I think her feet slipped away just a little bit.
Lose the drive a little bit. So her job is to secure that position, and then if the opportunity presents, take a run at the record.
Laura Martelin coming out next from France. She's asked for 1:15. This is a huge bench from someone I don't think we've seen before on the international circuit.
No, she's only been competing for a couple of years now. She's 21 years of age. She's opening what is listed.
Oh,
well,
wow.
that was listed as her personal best.
Yeah, this is the weight she finished with at French Nationals early this year.
Well, there's been a lot of progress since then.
There really has. Now, I was looking up at the record in that class, and it was 125.5. I thought, well, that's a bit of a way up the road. We won't get that today,
maybe
but that moved
closer than
so
we think.
quickly. So we're through now to the second round. We have Alessia Lukina from ROC coming out for her second attempt. She's gone up 7.5, which I think is reasonable, to 82.5.
Yeah, so that'll equal her personal best. Her opening lift was very good. She made a good choice of her opening lift. Gave herself plenty of room to move into the second.
A lot of the information I'm getting, by the way, on the lifter's history is coming from openipf.org. Which is the IPF-approved database for lifting results. And that's a good lift for Alessia.
Yeah, very nice. Gets that second on the board. Keeps her in touch in case an opportunity presents for the gold.
Michelle de Jong for 95. Her opener wasn't super easy. It wasn't very tough, but it didn't fly.
Yeah, I think 5 kilos is probably a good option. I certainly probably wouldn't have gone any more than that. Just a little bit too tough there.
Do you think she was a bit too hesitant on the descent?
Yeah, she really did seem to be. Her opening lift, she seemed a lot more confident. That one,
a little bit frightened of it.
You can see she was quite hesitant on the touch there as well.
You lose a lot of power that way. Regina Maya next in the 84 plus. She has asked for 95 kilos. She's just going to be looking to stay ahead now. She has a listed bench press PB of 130. Which is just incredible for a junior lifter.
Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it?
So I think her game here is just stay ahead, take the win. And you can see how easy that is.
Yeah, very easily done. Just doing what she has to do.
Yep. It's not about showboating. It's about winning the world title.
Yeah, and especially when you've got quite a number of competitions in a row. And, I mean, we don't know. She could also have some national competitions coming up when this is finished. You really have to make sure you're pacing yourself out, and if you're in a class and you don't have to go every step of the way and just totally destroy yourself, there's no point.
So this is Andrea Gudniar-Dottir now. She's a little bit under pressure. She just seemed to get her opener completely wrong on the descent, had nothing to give on the press. So she's come out for the same weight
Yeah,
again.
look, and I think it was a lot of first lift nerves.
Yeah.
And the coach would have talked to her about that. So she doesn't put herself in a great position to take the bar.
Oh, that was so much better.
Yeah, now she's got the hang of it.
But I think you do find relief. You do find when lifters have such a high arch and a wide grip, the opening position is a little bit fragile.
It
can
very
go wrong if you
difficult
don't
to take the bar.
absolutely
And
nail it.
you're right. When it's that fragile, you get one thing wrong.
Egli Turakiviciuti. She got 95. It wasn't super easy though. She's gone up 5 kilos to 100.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough opening lift. You know, I mean, look, it was an interesting call. I mean, you got 2.5. You know, and it's worked out well. I mean, that was right on the limit, and that keeps her in a position now where she can.
Yeah, she's actually moved into the lead with that. So this is going to be nip and tuck between her and the Icelander now. So we have Aroda Abdirova from Kazakhstan. She opened with 95. She's gone up to 100. You can see from the graphic there, that tells you all the information you need about what country she's from, what class she's in, and the lift she's taken so far.
Now this will, she's ranked number 2. This won't change that. And she handles that very well.
Now, Ramune Vanuskite from Lithuania. She missed this on her opener. She's coming out for it again.
Yeah, and the 69 kilo class is such a tough class.
And I think they've all pushed themselves for high openers because it is so close and so competitive.
Yeah, and it's always a risk, isn't it? You know, I mean, you come up into a class and everyone's so closely stacked together. You push the opener a bit further to try and give yourself an advantage, and you know, it has the opposite effect.
That looked much better.
That was better. It should be a good lift, it is.
And she's on the board.
Yeah. Feeling a little sigh of relief there, I think.
Handled the weight much better that time. Martina Mir, Norway. Open with 102.5, coming out for 107.5.
Yeah, her opening lift was quite good though.
Yeah.
Moved well.
I think there's going to be a real battle for the podium between 2 or 3 lifters. I think first place is a bit out of reach, but that didn't want to go anywhere for Mir.
Yeah, and you can see the look on her face there. She's just not sure what the solution is.
Just didn't seem to have any drive off the chest.
Yeah, look, it can often be, the nerves can often throw the timing out. You drive the legs a little bit too early, or you press before you drive.
Daria Iskiv, Ukraine. Open with 105, she's only gone up 2.5. But I think this is going to be about staying ahead and keeping hold of that silver medal.
Yeah, she looks a lot more fired up for this lift.
If you haven't competed in a really close competition before, what's important to understand is that you can't just put whatever you like on the bar. You're reacting to other people and you're defending your position. That just looks tough. A bit heavy.
Her opening lift was tough.
It was. So, she's under pressure now.
Can she hold on to that silver medal position? It's not going to be easy in this class.
I can't see that she made a particular mistake there. It just seemed a bit
her
too
opening
heavy.
lift was really tough as well. She really had to grind it out.
Agnes Rudin next. We know she's already a world record holder in bench press. She missed this. I think she just got her set up wrong.
Yeah, look, I think her world platform experience is going to help her here.
Absolutely.
Calm her nerves a little bit. This isn't the first time it's probably happened to her in a competition.
Oh, look at that. You have to wonder what happened
a
the first
way
time
to turn
out.
it around.
Superb. So she goes straight to the second place now in the 69s. And that's amazing, isn't it? A lift like that in the 69s and it only takes her to second.
Yeah, that was the experience on the world stage coming through. Didn't let it rattle her.
So we have Diana Zamaldinova, ROC, looking for 110. This will move her up to second place for the moment. Obviously, all the other lifters in this class yet to make a lift in the second round. Missed this on her opener. This is 110 again. Easy.
Yeah, that looks better. Oh, she gets 3 red lights. Did she jump?
Butt was up.
Oh, butt was up off the bench.
And stayed up all the way. So she's going to have to keep her position. You have to keep your head and your butt on the bench and your feet flat on the floor. So she's in all manner of trouble now. Valeria Kuchina, Kazakhstan, gone up 5 kilos. This will move her from third to second. The little graphic there, the bar at the top, shows you the change in position if the lift is successful.
She looks a little unstable there, but she manages it very well.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, she's pretty happy with that. 3 white lights. Little fist pump on the way off.
Matilda Óskarsdóttir from Iceland. She missed this
she
first
missed
time out.
And she's got a listed personal best of 102. Which I think you said earlier is the Icelandic record.
Yeah.
So hopefully she can get this one on the board and take the pressure off. That looks better.
A lot of leg drive though. Did she keep her butt down? She's on the board and she's straight into second place. Dana Shatko next.
So 112.5. This will move her from third to silver.
Quite a conservative increase.
Yeah, I think this is a smart move though. Yeah, and she's having a little bit of trouble holding that steady there.
Not sure what she's asked for.
Not sure what's happened here.
So she's asking for the bench rack height to be changed. So the rule here is if the platform crew have set the rack height incorrectly, then the time is reset. So that must be the case here because the clock has been reset.
Yep, so she'll walk off the platform and then she'll wait to be called back out. I'm not sure what else is going on here.
I think she's getting another attempt. I'm just trying to follow what's happening. But I think she's going to get another attempt. Possibly at the end of the round.
Looks that way. And it was something to do with the lights, I think.
So I'm not entirely sure what's happened, but the lifter will get another attempt at that at the end of this round, I believe. Okay, so we have Emma Toronen for 115. Quite a conservative increase, but they're in the lead in the 84s, so this is going to be about just staying ahead.
Yeah, they really do just need to maintain that position, not do anything crazy.
Stated PB is 133, so that must be a Finnish record.
And that is a massive lift, 133. And a lot of athletes with that really wide foot position, they have to watch that.
Oh, that was tough. She sinks a long way, though.
Work. They had to work hard for that one. but
2 to 1.
it's on the
They're
board.
Yeah, that's quite an unusual technique. If we watch the replay back, sinks
And
quite a long way. Okay, here we go for Elsa Marin Carlsen.
yeah, 117.5. She's ranked at number 1 at the moment. That 2.5 increase. Smart move, just doing what has to be done. Try and hold that position. Oh, that made it tough getting a little bit offline there.
But she got it, and she is maintaining that lead.
She got a little bit offline at the bottom.
I can see that we have some world records coming up in the third round, which will be exciting. In the meantime, we have Laura Martelin from France coming out for 120 kilos. Now, she made 115 look very easy.
Yeah, what's the current world record for the 76ers is 125.5, I think, is it? So 120.
So if this moves as well as her opener, she's within reach to have a stab at that. She's a bit late to the platform.
Yeah, she's only giving herself 20 seconds left here.
So let's hope she can nail her setup first time out, because she's really got no time to re-rack.
Ah,
Easy. I would
superb.
be astonished if we don't see a world record attempt in the third round.
The way that moved, there is so much left.
So now we have Diana Shatko coming out for her. We had some kind of technical issue on her attempt, so she's coming out for another try at that. Fortunately, I mean, it's always difficult when a lifter actually makes the lift and uses that much energy up and then gets
it's
another
always
attempt.
a tough decision too,
but
whether to take it or not.
she didn't actually press the weight, so she hasn't wasted any energy. So hopefully this will go well at 112.5, and it will move her up to silver medal position.
Oh, I think she got a little bit excited on the press command.
She did.
Unfortunately.
And that puts you off, because you kind of press and oh, you know you've done it, and then you come back down, and that's hard to recover from, because her elbows had already started to flare for the press.
Yeah,
so when she came back down,
difficult.
she was in a tough position. So we have Tereki Viciuti leading in the 63s, Marin in the 69s, Martelin in the 76s, Turunen in the 84s, and Maya in the 84 pluses as we go into the third round.
And this is where the attempt changes come in, the shuffling comes around, everyone trying to take a run at a step up in the rankings.
Because of course in bench only you have 2 changes, just like you do on deadlift in the 3 lift competition. This is Alicia Lucchino, ROC. She opened at 75, went up to 82.5. She's a little way off first place, so this is 87.5.
And just a little bit too much today, but she takes home a silver medal.
I think she rolled her wrists in a bit too far on that one. It's hard to spot from the replay.
Yeah, there's a lot of forward movement as she came to her chest, and as she came off the chest, I think she sort of popped out a bit too early in the wrist roll forward.
But as you say, takes home a silver. And Michelle de Jong, Netherlands. She missed this on her second. She's coming out for another try at 95.
So this won't change her ranking at all. But it'll be a nice personal best.
And a PB on the world stage is a phenomenal achievement.
Getting that chest up nice and high, the shoulders under. Oh, can she
Oh, and
grind
she's
it
pushed
through? I
through.
think she has.
What a grind.
I think she's got it. She has. And she is super excited with that lift.
We've got quite a few of the Dutch team in the audience there. They were happy with that. Regina Maya, next from Kazakhstan, and she is already the world champion.
Yeah, she's done a great job today. She has just done what she has to do to be the world champion. She hasn't gone out there and done anything crazy and wasted enormous amounts of energy.
And all the lifts have looked super easy. Not challenged her at all there.
And
She is
takes
the world
championship
yeah.
in style.
Alexandria Gudnia-Dottir, she struggled a little bit on her opener, smoked it on her second. She's gone up to 102.5 to try and take the gold medal.
Yeah, so this will put her in that gold medal position, and she'll just sort of have to wait and see what happens. And she's the heavier of the two lifters, I think.
So this will take the Icelandic record, I think, in the 63 juniors. Feet are moving about a little bit, so she needs to be careful of that.
No, she's just waved it off. I think she's decided it was just a little bit too heavy, or her setup wasn't right. She just couldn't get her setup right.
She's explaining to her coach exactly what happened. I'm not entirely sure, but there's no point injuring yourself if you know that's not
right.
going to go well. So that leaves her with a silver medal, and we have Egla Tarakieviciuti coming out next for 102.5. It's going to be hard for her to keep her composure here, though, because she's just won.
She's already
the
won the world
championship.
champion. In her head, she's celebrating. And one of the tough jobs of the coach is to keep you focused. And just a bit too heavy.
She fought it to a standstill, but it would not go. But she walks away the junior 63 kilo world champion. She slid away just a little bit, lost her position, just a bit too heavy. So Martina Meir, Norway, missed this on a second. She's coming out to try it again in an attempt to get on the podium.
Well, there's plenty of Norwegians in the crowd firing her up at the moment.
She looks ready for it.
Yeah, she hasn't looked fired up on the other two lifts. She's really fired up for this one now, and that can make the difference. Oh, and it has.
Well, what do the referees make of it?
3 white lights.
She has her foot on the podium. But there are two. Oh, we've seen an attempt change come in. So we have Vanescu, who was due out next for the same weight, but she's heavier body weight.
Yeah,
so if she wants to go past,
bronze,
she needs to put more weight on, and she has. So now we go through, and it's Daria Iskiv coming out next for 107.5. She's also heavier than Mia, so she won't get on the podium with this. But she missed it on a second, and I think they must have taken the view that she's not going to get 110.
Yeah, look, she could have had the opportunity to make a change, but when you've missed it on your second, coaches have looked at it and thought, well, let's get one on the board. But I think maybe there's been either some confusion. No, here she comes now.
I think she wasn't expecting to be
and
next,
look,
so she wasn't ready.
And I think the 107.5 here, leaving it there is the right call. Her opener was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the opportunity to take a run at the podium just wasn't there today. So this is the right decision.
It was a better attempt, but not quite.
She got it off her chest really well there. I think maybe she's just popping the elbows out a little bit too early. No,
So
it's just too heavy.
left her with the best of 105 and 4th place. So here we have Romana Vanaskite from Lithuania. She was going to come out for 107.5, but she's gone up to 110.
Yeah, and this is a big jump, 10
It
kilos.
is, but bronze medal on the cards. She's heavier than the other two lifters, so if she took 107.5, she'd end up in 5th. And if she misses this, she ends up in 5th. So there is absolutely nothing to lose taking 110.
Yeah, and it's not a jump that's completely unreasonable, but not today, unfortunately.
Not today, but it was worth a try. Leaves her with the best of 100 and 5th place. Controlled the descent well.
Yeah, it wasn't a completely left field attempt. 110 was quite within reason.
Through to the H4s now with Iroda Abdirova for 112.5. This will move her up to silver. She opened with 95, went up to 100. This is a big, big jump to 112.5.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Especially with a stated PB of 100. No,
Yeah, that
not
was just
going
too much.
anywhere. Still leaves her with a bronze medal.
Yeah, 12.5 kilo jump in bench press, particularly in these weight classes, is a lot.
Yep, absolutely. We have Diana Zamaldinova. Oh man, she's gone up.
Yeah, look, she's got herself in all sorts of trouble with missing her first two lifts. This one is to get on the podium.
So she goes home with nothing or a silver medal. I think it's a risky move though to miss 110 twice and then add weight to the bar.
Yeah, it's not something we generally do.
Not in classic anyway.
Well,
So the question is, did she keep her butt down?
Did she keep everything down?
No,
And
she
no,
didn't.
she gets 2 red lights. And
I
I
think
imagine the
we're
coach
gonna
will take
see-
a walk, but
He is
you can see in the
setting
replay,
off on the long walk to the jury table.
I don't think he's going to
I
get
don't
any
think he's,
sympathy from
no.
the jury.
So the jury have the a monitor on their desk and they can see the side view and they get a slow motion replay of that. So they are just explaining to the coach that absolutely not. In the meantime, we have Diana Shatko on the platform for 112.5. This will move her up to silver, but she did miss this last time. Just got to her chest and didn't go anywhere.
Well, it went somewhere that time, but just couldn't get it moving enough, unfortunately.
That leaves her with 110 and the bronze medal.
Yeah, she got out of position early on.
Yeah, I think her elbows, I think she flares a little bit early. Valeria Kochina, Kazakhstan. This won't move her up in a position. She is guaranteed the silver medal.
Yeah, look, you take a look at the gold medal attempts and you do the maths and you think, you know what, I am not going to take a run at that, but I'd rather put one on the board. She already has the silver medal. And just a little bit too heavy today.
Leaves her the best of 110 and 2nd place.
Yeah, if she takes the silver, you've got to be happy with that. Come up against the best in the world and to go home with a silver medal.
Now the next two lifts are the battle for the 84 kilo class. Matilda Oskarsdottir from Iceland. She struggled a little bit. She missed 112 on her opener, smoked it on her second, and this is 117.5 in an attempt to move ahead. So she has the lower lot number, so she has to go first, but the heavier body weight, so she has to do more.
Yeah, it'll be quite interesting. If she puts this lift on, Torrinen's second lift didn't look super convincing.
No. So this will be interesting, but first, Matilda has to do her part. And I think she has.
I think she's got it there. She's smiling. She does.
She's
has
moved
done her
ahead.
bit.
She has moved ahead, and now we have Emmet to come out to see if she can take that back.
So they did 1:15 on the second, and it wasn't super convincing. So this will be very interesting. The pressure is on.
Here they come.
They
This
have to
is
respond.
for the gold medal. Everything on the line on one press. This is a high pressure lift. They've led the way all the way through the competition. They've just lost top spot. This will take it back on body weight.
All comes down to this one lift.
No, what a shame.
Not there.
We go home with the silver medal.
Well,
And that makes Óskarsdóttir the world champion.
yeah, it all came down to that one lift.
So exciting times here. The next three lifts are all world record attempts.
Well, we said there would be some world record attempts today, and there is.
So this is Agnes Rudin. She has the three lift bench record at 115.5. This is to take the bench only record, which is a standard at the moment.
It's currently a standard.
Yeah, which means she has to meet the standard, not exceed
It
it.
also means that no one has ever done this.
Yeah, well, this is a relatively new weight class. Only exists this year.
You know you're in a tough class, though, when you've got to hit a world record for a shot at the gold.
No,
And
not
it's
quite.
just not there. She just mistimed that.
So we have her teammate now coming out for 120.5. Will we see her come down? No, she can't come down. She has the lower lot
she
number.
has to stay at 120.5.
Yep. So that leaves Rudin with the silver medal.
Yeah, and look, it was a big task, though. I mean, 110
was.
to 120.
Her 110 did look absolutely superb.
You know,
So, Elsa Marion Carlsen for 120.5. She's already the world champion. She wants a world record.
and it's a much more reasonable expectation here. You're only looking at 3 kilos.
And her second was great.
She has the world championship. Now the opportunity to take the world record.
She looks a bit unstable.
Oh, keep it driving.
I think
she
got it.
gets there.
Well, what's the verdict?
No
oh, there
lift.
was downward movement of the bar. What a shame. Let's see that back from a different angle.
I thought for a second it might have dipped.
Yeah,
And you can
just a
see
little
it
bit of
there.
a
That
dip.
angle's not great for the dip,
No.
but on the other angle you could see it.
That's a shame, but she does walk away with the gold medal, so it's not entirely a wasted day. And now we have Laura Martelen. We've not seen her, I don't think, on the international circuit before, and here she is coming out for 126
Looking for a world record.
for a world record attempt. This was set by Agatha Sitko in Halmstad.
126 kilos.
So this record's only existed for a couple of weeks, and already it's being challenged. 2 years competing, 126 on the bar.
21 years of age and already taking a world record. And we talk about how fast sub-juniors and juniors progress, and this is a perfect example. The world record was set 2 weeks ago and it's already being challenged. And I think she's done more than challenge it. 3 white lights, the world record and the world championship. That's a nice way to finish. What a fantastic way to finish.
Brilliant.
World record attempts and, of course, a world record to finish. Well, don't go too far away, though. We will be having the medal ceremony very, very shortly, and we'll be back here at 12 p.m. for men's juniors 83s right through to the 120 pluses.
Гудиардович Тир Александра Рэм. Нормально? First place with the result 100 kilos to Turkovichute Egle from Lithuania. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Lithuania. In the 69 weight class and juniors, third place with the result 107.5 kilos to Moore Martin from Norway. Second place with the result 110 kilos to Ruth Agnes from Sweden. First place with the result 117.5 kilos to Marin Carlson Elza from Sweden. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Sweden. In the 76 weight class in juniors, third place with the result 110 kilos to Podium. Second place with the result 110 kilos to Почина Valeria from Kazakhstan.